Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you a songwriter? Are you looking to turn your songwriting passion into a full-time gig? Whether you are just at the start of your songwriting journey or a seasoned industry professional, this show is made for you. Welcome to The Songwriter Show, bringing together songwriting news, interviews, and community. Now, welcome your host, Sarantos.
Welcome to The Songwriter Show. I'm your host, Sarantos, a solo music artist and songwriter who's always believed in the power of words. Here on The Songwriter Show for you, every single Tuesday evening, we bring you behind the scenes with some of today's most inspiring songwriters, giving you a glimpse into the stories that shape their songs. Tonight, I'm so happy to have on the show Bill Sibley. He started playing in his 50s and started writing at almost 60. Selected Texas Temperature Songwriter of the Year and been selected to represent Texas in the International Blues Challenge in Memphis 2020 and 2024.
And now, welcome this week's special guest.
Welcome to the show, Bill. How are you?
Just wonderful. Glad to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you. So you got an interesting story. I guess the first thing is, are you from Texas?
Yes, I was born in Waxahachie, Texas.
Where is that at? I've never heard of that.
It's about 30 miles south of Dallas.
Okay. I think we all know Dallas. Okay. And what's your main instrument, Bill?
I play guitar and harmonica. I play at the same time a lot of times, but I play with different bands on harmonica a lot.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about how do you get started writing a song? Do you always start with your guitar, your harmonica? Do you hum a melody? How does it work for you?
Well, a lot of times it just kind of comes in. Sometimes it's sometimes it's guitar, and sometimes it's the words come or a phrase will come. A lot of times I get, since I started writing, I feel, I start feeling like I need to write a song. It just kind of, I start getting anxiety almost, and so I just start writing down words that come to my mind or phrases. Then almost, 3 or 4 days later, a song will pop out, and it just start come out and it just kind of flows out. I think I have to start when I do the writing down words and thinking of phrases, I think I kind of get the juices going, the creative juices going or something.
All right. What was the reason you started playing the guitar?
I had a heart attack at 47. I was a contractor. And when I got about 50, I wanted to do something just to kind of relax. And I picked up the guitar and I started just kind of playing it and learning on the internet, with the tabs. And then I'd look up and it'd be 2 hours later. And then I've started playing around with different ones. And I've got a weird voice, but I decided one day I thought I'd try to write a song. And I wrote a song, and my whole life, I'd always felt like something wasn't right, and as soon as I wrote my first song, it's like, oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, I can definitely relate to looking at the clock and you're like, what? I've been here 2-3 hours. Like, I don't know about you, man. For me, time flies when I'm creating, whether I'm writing one of my books, whether I'm writing lyrics, making music. I love it. I get lost in it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And that's the way I do. Like when I'm writing when a song comes, it's like, it's like everything is going good inside of me, even though a lot of my songs are painful, but it's like an experience that I was meant to do it, and this is, and so it's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing.
Bill, tell us who inspires you. Can you give us a list of, 1 or 2 or 3 people?
One of my favorite songs is I know this sounds weird, but it's Starry, Starry Night, Don McLean. And, of course, John Prine and Willie Nelson and stuff like that, even though I'm more of a blues Americana kind of guy, music is just really good lyrics that mean something. I don't write songs. When I write a song, I don't think I'll ever play it out while I'm writing it.
Yeah.
And that way I can write it from the heart and where I'm really feeling. So every one of the songs I have are coming from inside, and because when I don't think about playing it, so I don't have any pressure on me to put any snappy stuff to it or anything. I just write the way I feel.
Okay, well, that's what music's all about, right? It's all about what you feel.
Yeah.
How often do you try to write a song? Do you try to write daily, weekly?
When I first started writing, I was writing quite a bit. But now, sometimes, you get into the recording studio and you get into playing out a lot and stuff like that. And it gets to be where I don't. But then sometimes I start getting this kind of a aching inside that I feel like I have to. And then I start just writing the words down, like I said, and then a song will come out.
Yeah.
I get to longing it for it, I guess you'd say.
Is there a mistake that you made that you wish you hadn't in terms of your music?
I can't really think of any. There's some songs that I recorded that I wasn't real happy with the music. Sometimes you can feel the pressure of, when you have really good musicians, and I have really good musicians, sometimes you can feel the pressure of not doing it the way that you wanted it done.
Yeah.
And even though, because I knew I'm not a great musician or anything, I don't, I have it in my head what it's supposed to sound like,
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't get there, but it's okay as long as it's out, as long as it's out there.
There's always two different goals in music, right? One is putting out what you love and what you feel is, I think at the end of the day, all of us, if we all recorded our stuff in a professional studio with top of the line producers, and there's no question it's going to sound better. And I think hopefully I can tell you from my personal journey, sometimes you can hire people to play drums or to help you with a guitar lick. Eventually, then you learn how to do everything yourself. But at the end of the day, there's no question that if you have a pro doing every single part of your song, it's going to sound better. And you just have to find this comfort where you're like, look, I'm doing this for myself.
Yeah.
I don't have the answer to that, I mean, I personally don't think any of my shit sounds good. And I know it sounds a lot better now than it did like 10 years ago. But all I do is just try to keep going and moving forward and trying to get better. And I think that's all any of us can do.
Yeah. And, a lot of my songs, I think almost all my songs have a message to them, They have a meaning to them and a message sometimes. And sometimes that message, if you put too much in it, as far as the music goes, the message can get lost.
Yeah, I hear you, Bill. Tell us about this song that we're going to hear. What inspired this one?
I was thinking back about the last day of my drinking, and I was at the end, and I'd been fighting alcoholism and drug addiction for so many years, and I hated it so bad. But I was walked out of a little small Texas town in the middle of the day, and everybody came out, and everybody in the town came out to the street, and it had one of those red brick roads. It's a small town, and people would standing on the sidewalk in front of the bank and different things, and they were watching me walk out, and it was the most humiliating thing that I had ever. And that's when I decided I wasn't going to live like that anymore.
Yeah.
That's when that was the last drink I'd ever had. And then I got into recovery and found out there is a solution. There's a lot of people that were in my situation. They just don't believe that they can get out, but you can get out. That's what that song's about.
Yeah, I'm glad you found your way, so to speak. And Tell you what, let's take a listen and then we'll come back and talk some more, okay, Bill?
All right. Okay.
Awesome, everybody. Check this out. Here we go.
Dirty red brick road leads out of this town. Wonder why y'all want kick a man while he's down. What she didn't take with her, I guess she sold. You know this life here's not ended. The show put on hold, so moving on. Moving on, alright. Thinking about the drinking, times that I went wrong. Dreams I had for the whiskey, y'all, long since dead and gone. From the outside looking in, this must seem insane. You know, misery don't like company. Just need someone to blame, and there has to be. Oh yeah, now some kind of reason. Oh Lord, now you know this wasn't all in vain. When you've been eating dust this long, well, how sweet the smell of rain. Crossroads, knowing I can stay. Oh Lord, can you hear me now? You show me the way. 'Cause I can do my best to go where you choose. You know, it's easier to have faith when you got nothing to lose, and there has to be. Oh yeah, now some kind of reason. Oh Lord, now you know this wasn't all in vain. When you've been eating dust this long, well, how sweet the smell of rain.
So, Bill, do you have any plans, anything in the works for the fans later this year? Any new music, touring, anything you want to do?
Yeah, I'm doing a few festivals. I'm doing a blues festival in Gainesville, and then I'm doing a festival in Granbury, and I've got some different radio spots I'm doing, some Texas Music Cafe I'm doing. I've got an new album coming out. We're working on it right now, so this will be my third one. I have them on Spotify and all the online streaming stuff. So,
tell us your favorite song about Texas.
Oh, it's a new song that I've got. It's called Drifter's Song. It's some old words, but it's a new thing, new music that I'm putting out. And it's about the Brazos River, and one of the words are just like a river, surely meant to flow. Loneliness is love with nowhere to go.
Is there a favorite person you have to follow on social media?
I kind of like any of the really great songwriters and stuff like that. I like to listen to new songwriting, people that I look at a lot of different songs and people that are really good songwriters. And there's not any particular person. I like to listen to good lyrics. I'm more of a lyrics person,
Sure. Okay.
And I've got kind of a weird voice, so, I don't have any range at all. So, that's why I'm kind of more of lyrics and blues. I have a blues voice, I guess.
Yeah, it's all right, man. Hey, we're all unique. Do you have a superpower you want to share with us?
I could be looking out playing in front of 800 people or something, and if I play a song and then I got a couple of them that kind of move people, and to look out and see somebody wipe a tear.
Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
When your daughter's learning how to drive and says,
But can I drive?
you say,
Híjole. Here we go.
but what you should say is something that helps protect your ride.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And that's where State Farm comes in, to help you choose the coverage you need, so you can relax until you hear,
Can we pick up my boyfriend?
Wait, what?
like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
Away from their eyes is the most that means more to me than anything in the world, to see that my songs meant something to somebody. I think that's sometimes I feel bad when I make people cry on some. I have a song called The Gift that a lot of times it makes people cry, but it's just it's just the way it is, but I hate to make them sad, but
Sure. Bill, is there a piece of advice you wish you'd ignored when you were starting out that someone gave you?
Well, being self-taught like that, I think everything is for a reason. The failures, I don't take things personal. One thing recovery had taught me is, don't take myself so seriously, and so I try to stay pretty balanced on that, because people all have their own agendas, It's nothing personal.
Yeah, I hear you. Is there a band that you would love to jam with?
I'm not really, I play harmonica with different people, and I'm not a great guitar player, and I do all original music, so the band that I have, that I played the Texas Music Cafe, I love playing with them. It's just, at my age, it's not about, the popularity or, the dancing and stuff like that. It's more about the music, So I like the Stones. I think if I had one, it'd be the Stones.
Well, I was just going to say, I was going to pick one for you. I was going to say Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
With your harmonica and your voice and his voice, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Bob Dylan. I like Tom Petty. I mean, I listen to all kinds of ranges of music, I like all kinds. I love Willie Nelson. I'm not a country.
Oh, yeah, I could hear you with Willie too, man. You guys cranking out a duet. Yep.
I'm not a country mine's not country at all, but I love his writing. You know, he's just a phenomenal songwriter.
Yeah. Are there certain things you do not like to do?
Now that I've gotten older, like when I do play with a band, that's one of the reasons I don't like, because I don't want to play harmonica for 3 hours. You know, but as far as, but that's basically it. I'm not really a big band person. I'm more enjoying the, duet, song swap type of thing like that. I don't really want to play in a band. I do sometimes, but I don't really, it's not one of my favorite things.
Okay. Is there like a favorite job you had?
As far as music, I like listening rooms, and I like doing the Texas Music Cafe. In the music room is a place in Waxahachie that I enjoy because it's real intimate. And of course, there was Uncle Calvin's in Dallas, which is a big listening room. It's where people are actually hearing your songs, and I love that because you can get an interaction with the crowd and things. I like smaller listening rooms than I do big things.
Bill, I got one final question for you tonight. Where can the fans listen to your stuff, stream it, and check you out?
I'm on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, any of the YouTube music. We've got some videos on YouTube, and with the full band at Texas Music Cafe. And I'm on all the listening, online services. And they play my songs in Europe some, and Australia and Canada and things like that, US. But I'm real grateful for the people that play my music, because it's a real honor to be, start this late and be able to do that. Yeah, and you can find it. And I've also got a page on Facebook and stuff too.
All right, Bill, I want to thank you so much for being on the show with us tonight.
And I appreciate what you do. This is really, really nice thing, to talk to people about songwriting, because I really enjoy it.
Good.
And I appreciate you doing this for us.
Well, you're welcome. And to all the fans tonight, thank you for spending a little bit of your precious time with the two of us and tuning in to the Songwriter Show. Thank you so much to all the listeners. We hope this episode has inspired you to explore your own stories through music. My name is Sarantos, and as always, it's been a pleasure having you with me tonight. Join me every single Tuesday evening to hear more stories from incredible artists from all over the world. Until then, keep creating, keep sharing, because every single story deserves to be told. I love you all. Have a great night. I was running, never seemed to end, chasing shadows around every bend, wasting my soul, a race I couldn't win, couldn't stop or remember where I've been. I was running down the highway, burning up the road, chasing every dream, never doing what I'm told. Had the pedal to the metal, and I couldn't slow down. But the faster I was moving, the more I was losing ground. One day the phone rang, the news hit me hard. He was gone and it tore me apart. Couldn't run from the pain, no place to go. Life had broken my heart. I quit the chase and left the race. The day I stopped, I won the race. I found peace and sweet release. Yeah, it was over the day I stopped. I won. Now it's your turn. Faster you run, the more you're gonna get. Dancing with the devil, latest twisted games, no sweat. And you're searching for something, but you just don't know what. Trying to fill the hole with my
just stuck. One day the phone will ring, the news hits you hard. They're gone, it'll tear you apart. Can't run from the pain, no place to go. Life has broken your heart. I quit the chase and left the race. The day I stopped, I won the race. I found peace and sweet release. Yeah, it was over. The day I stopped, I won. I won. Now we're sitting here playing this old piano. No more damn lonely, just sleeping till noon. Chasing no shadows, just howling at the moon. We both made it, won't run, just stand no. Yeah, we quit the chase. We quit the chase and left the race. And left the race. The day we stopped, the day we stopped, we won the race. We won the race. We found peace. We found peace and sweet release. Yeah, it was over. The day we stopped, we won. We won. Yeah, I stopped running. I stopped the fight. Now living easy. Everything's alright. The day I stopped, I won. Oh yeah. The day I stopped, I won. I won.
Thank you for listening to The Songwriter Show. To keep the momentum going, head over to www.songwritershow.com and join our free music community of artists, songwriters, and producers. That's www.songwritershow.com.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.